So is 2019 going to be a year of just hauls? My Nicobar haul has been pending for such a long time. I'm so excited to finally get it done and show you guys a lot of stuff that I've picked up from Nicobar over a pretty long period. It's mostly just different kinds of homewares, kitchen stuff, decor items. So Nicobar is an Indian design house, I think they call themselves, and they basically sell items of fashion, travel and homewares. I have been shopping with them ever since they founded. I think they started about 2014 if I'm not mistaken, and they have stores all around India, and they also have a website from which they ship not only in India but also internationally. If you like foreign design houses that do minimal but stylish homewares such as West Elm, Anthropology, Nicobar is something on those lines, but it's also a brand that's like really very Indian. Think of it as minimalism but with tropical accents and a lot of Indian elements into the designs, which is something like I have never seen until now. It's hard to find things with a minimal and contemporary design aesthetic in India, and if you do, they're imported and they don't really feel Indian. So that's why I've been a fan of this brand from day one. Today I'm going to show you stuff that I've purchased from them over a period of 2 years. This haul is a little delayed because I've had the things with me for quite a long time. So a lot of these exact things might not be available on their website anymore, but rest assured they'll always have something really similar. I thought it's still worth it to just show you guys the type of things that they make, and they're just one of my favorite brands. This video is not sponsored in any way. I have spent way too much money on Nicobar and I thought I would make a fun haul. So I really have a lot of things to show you. Some of it is in this really gigantic and super heavy shopping bag. Then there's even more in this big box, and then there's like one item in a smaller box. We'll start with the fashion. So I own 2 tops which are really basic, and I own one dress that I bought when they just launched. I don't love the dress. I don't know why I bought it. I got really excited when I saw it, but it doesn't look that great on me. So I feel that was like just buying something impulsively without really thinking about it. I don't buy a lot of fashion from Nicobar because I think that their fashion is quite on the expensive side. They are like a sustainable label. They're made in India, so if you like their stuff, it's worth buying. They have like these relaxed minimal vibes that are more like cute daytime outfits, so I don't buy too much from them and I prefer their homewares. Nonetheless, here is one top. It's really unironed right now, so please ignore that, but this is their ballerina top, and they had this top available in a bunch of colors. So I also own the stone grey version of the top that I've worn quite a bit. This one I have not worn it. The tag is still on. It's just a really like a nice minimal top. Like in the front it's got sort of a boat neck, and then it's got a nice low cut back, and it's such a versatile piece that you can pair with a lot of different things. However, after wearing the grey one quite a bit, I have to say I find the top a little bit annoying because the back is so low and the shoulders are also wide. This continuously just like sort of slides off my shoulders. With a low back, they probably should have made something to hold the sides of the back together, like one strap or one tie, so that would not droop, but it droops, and I find that irritating. I really like the top. I've worn the grey version for a bunch of videos of mine. If you watch my jewelry collection video, I'm wearing the Nicobar grey ballerina top there. But I feel like I end up wearing it more for videos or photography, and I don't actually wear it out because it's inconvenient. Next I have one travel item, and I haven't used this, so I don't really have too much of an opinion on their travel line yet. This bag, I think it was called the Botswana bowling bag or something. It's like a really nice heavy canvas. So it's got little accents of leather on it, which I think make the piece a little bit like stronger, and it also adds a nice design aesthetic. Here in the corners also it's got leather, but it's basically fabric, and I think this is a really good overnighter bag if you're traveling somewhere for a weekend getaway. Oh, this would be a good like carry-on bag, right, on flights and stuff. It's decently roomy. It's got one pocket on the outside, it's got one zipper pocket on the inside. What I love about it is this cute little ant lining. It looks like there are little ants running inside the bag, which should give me bad flashbacks because once I was bitten by ants when I was young, thanks to my mischief. But it doesn't bother me. I find it cute. Next, I've got 2 cheese boards from Nicobar. If you watch my last homeware haul video, I'm pretty sure I showed you the marble cheese board from them also, like the big size one that I had. Sadly had, past tense. We'll get into that. This is a slate cheese board. It's actually made of the mineral slate. In the olden days, chalkboards were made out of this. I really like the nice rough texture of this board. And there are slight stains here and there. These are more of my doing, and if I take a nice wet cloth, I will be able to wipe away the stains. But I wanted to show it to you in its natural state. So these cheese boards are made for when you entertain people at parties and stuff, and you want to put out like aesthetic looking appetizers. You want to put cheese and grapes and crackers and all of that. I'm not like some fancy host, but I buy their cheese boards because they make really good backdrops for shooting something small. Like, it's such a nice texture to style any kind of product shots. Even for videos, I've used these. You can just use this as a decor element anywhere in your house. Like, you can put this in the center of a dining table or a desk and place things on top of it. It's also got these little foam legs so that the board won't scratch the surface of whatever you place it on. Now, I mentioned the marble cheese board that I had. I really loved it. I used it so much, but unfortunately it broke. I saw that the marble cheese board was on sale on their website once, and I ordered a replacement because I loved it. But when they sent it to me, I had placed a really big order. Everything was fine except the cheese board was like really damaged, and they sent me a piece that was obviously defective already. I wrote to them and they did give me store credit. So it's common sense, but I would tell you guys that if you're like buying from them online, I don't think they make these kind of mistakes often, but when you receive the pieces, just check them once. I didn't check my stuff for like over a month. You guys probably shouldn't do that. Little mini marble cheese board that I have is this. It is named the Hexa cheese board, so it is hexagonal. And what I love about this cheese board, the other one that I had was plain, but this has got this like diagonal triangular design on it. Like, it's actually etched in, so the rest of the marble is somewhat smooth, but that's got like these nice rough design. I've also used this as a prop in videos, and again, it looks really pretty. You can style it on a table, like a side table, anything, and place like a vase or whatever on it. This is pretty heavy. This must be easily 2 kilos. The rest of this video is going to just be different crockery, some plates, some bowls, and a lot of mugs, which might sound boring in theory, but I think these are really cute crockery. They call this like a ramen set or something, and I really like Japanese cuisine. I love eating it when I go out, but I've slowly started making my own interpretations of Japanese foods at home. This set has this beautiful large bowl, which is supposed to be a ramen bowl. It's got these lovely little orange koi fish all over it, so the outside has a lot more koi fish and the inside it's got just one. This set also comes with this plate, which I think you can put at the side with any like appetizers or whatever. And it came with a set of nice looking wooden chopsticks. I have just started getting slightly proficient with chopsticks. I think this is nice for if I cook myself a fancier Japanese like noodle and broth based dish. I have a matching mug that I purchased just to go with the whole koi theme, and I don't remember like if this came with the ramen set or I bought it separately. Either way, I just really wanted to complete the set. Next, I got this beautiful little Lotus mini plate. Okay, it's a dessert plate and it's supposed to be inspired from the lotus leaf, so that's why it's got these lines on it. And they had this lotus leaf motif in some bigger plates as well, something like a thali. I like this because it has a beautiful stainless steel tone, and if you see like the whole outside of it, it is that shiny stainless steel that we are used to in India. And in the inside, they've given it this beautiful brushed matte stainless steel finish. I didn't really buy this for the kitchen. I bought this to keep it someday in my vanity, or rather on my vanity. I think this would be such a cute plate in which you could just arrange some few makeup items, maybe the ones that you use regularly, or it could even be like a small ring plate or a jewelry plate, something that you just keep on the top of your dresser or wherever you dress up. Mumbai has high humidity, so a lot of different metal finishes tarnish or lose their sheen over time. But I figured I should be fine with stainless steel. It should be easy to keep looking good over the course of a long time, even if it's exposed to the elements. In these boxes, I have two kulhar sets. They are basically a type of Indian small glass. I think they're pretty much used all over India. I'm not sure where they originate from exactly. Like in my head, it's North India, like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, somewhere there. So this is the first design. This is like that stoneware type of finish. It's thicker and it's not that smooth glazed ceramic. It's got sort of a rough-ish matte finish. It's got this cute stripy design on it. If you look closely at the stripes, you'll see that some of the blue has bled into the white areas of it, but I think that adds to the charm. It's not perfect, but obviously it's like handmade and stuff, so there are going to be imperfections. It's not like made in bulk, printed in a factory. And the second design, this is also stoneware, but the finish of this one is slightly shinier, and this has got this cute little abstract design on it. It almost reminds me of like mehndi or a henna design. These glasses are exactly the same shape and dimensions, and they have the same like texture on the inside of the glass as well. So you can have chai in this, though I generally prefer bigger mugs. But I think these would be really cool, like if you make some desserts that you can serve in glasses, like a souffle or a mousse or something to serve to guests. I'm not really sure what I'm going to use these for, but I thought they were just adorable. A breakfast set, so similar to the ramen set that I showed you guys. This is supposed to be like the 3-piece set that you need for a nice breakfast. So there is this gorgeous mug. There is this lovely bowl which you can have like porridge, oatmeal, whatever you have in the morning. And there's also this plate. I think it's slightly smaller than a dinner plate. It's like nice and deep, so you can have something wetter also in it. It's got that depth to hold something more liquidy, and this has also got that stoneware kind of finish. And at the center of it, there's this beautiful circus tent. This design for me strikes the perfect balance, like for minimalism. Like it's not too plain, it's got something going on, but it's still not too crowded that like it's very busy for your eyes. Now you can see how this like mug and bowl go exactly together, but I also have another mug that's really similar. You could kind of act like this was part of the set, but the design is not exact, it's just similar. This is the exact design, this is a similar one, and I bought so many of these mugs. Like I don't know what I'm going to do with this many, but I did buy some of them, what I'm going to show you, with the specific intention of gifts for certain people in my life. Everybody drinks tea or coffee, so it's like this essential thing that you can have in your life, and it makes a good gift. Here's another mug, and I have to say, when I'm looking at all of the mugs that I purchased in front of me, this comes off as one of the more boring and generic looking Nicobar mugs. This was from one of their early collections, so I'm very sure that it's not available anymore. At that time they were doing this, like I like that they sort of moved to more stoneware and earthy finishes after, though this is lighter, and if you go towards those stoneware finishes, they're going to be heavier. So it's nice to see like their designing and brand sort of evolve. To expand on the whole thing that they started with shiny glazed ceramic and they moved to stoneware, one of the things that I first noticed and first bought and first loved from Nicobar was their alphabet mugs. Now who doesn't love an alphabet mug? It's a design that has been done many times over the years by like almost every single brand. So when they first started out with their alphabet mugs, they were doing it on shiny glazed ceramic. I picked up these two in their sale. This is the letter E and this is the letter Z. I also have one with the letter M in shiny glazed ceramic, but I'm not sure where it is right now. I do have a picture, so I'll show it to you guys. It's not broken or anything. I've just kept it somewhere safely. What they do differently with their alphabet mug, they incorporate both the English letter and then they also incorporate the Devanagari letter. So Devanagari is the script that's used for Hindi, Marathi. I think these are the main languages that use it. So Devanagari is a phonetic script. So you have the E, and here you have the E in Devanagari, and they also have like one animal or one motif for every letter. So for E, it's elephant. I bought this for my dad, who has an E name. This was overtly special for him because he's always loved elephants. He used to draw really well. He doesn't really practice it many more, but he was good at it. One thing that he could draw beautifully and in great detail was an elephant. So this feels like this mug was made for him. Letter Z, I bought this for a Z person in my life. Got a zebra on it. And then it's got, this is the J. I feel like they should have put Z here. Now you won't get the letter mugs in that shiny ceramic anymore. You'll get it in stoneware, which I believe is like 10 times better. So I have my M mug in both of the finishes, the old finish as well as the new one. They didn't change the print that they put on it. It's still the same. M is for machli, which is the Hindi word for fish. And there's also a M over here. This is ironic for me because people assume that because I'm Goan, I like fish. People have jumped to that conclusion really quickly, but I don't eat fish at all. I eat seafood, but I don't eat fish. This one is S. This one is for my lovely mum who's here. Hi, mum.
Hi.
This has the Singha on it. You'll see this Singha motif a lot in Sri Lanka. I've not really done like my proper research on the Singha, but it's like a mythical creature that's sort of like a lion, but more than that. This one is the letter P. This is also bought for someone for gifting purposes. This is P for parrot, and the little parrots on here are so cute. Now, one thing that I find random is like this S mug is properly glazed. It's got a little bit of shine, but this one is not glazed at all. I don't really know if it's a mistake or whatever. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the mug, but it's got like this extremely rough finish. So maybe they were experimenting with finishes, or maybe they just forgot to do. I'm not sure. I cannot comment on that, and I didn't really like follow up and ask them or anything. I did purchase some of these on sale, so I didn't really make a fuss about anything except for that cheese board, which was like really damaged. That's my little collection of letter mugs. Now I've got two like of these beautiful white mugs. They are shiny, but they have this really like vintage looking finish. I know I've seen like plates and all that have this type of look in like family homes of like my distant family members. I know these were available in Goa, so I don't know if this is like an Indian style. I have a feeling this is sort of like British or Portuguese inspired, kind of more colonial. So it's really shiny, and it's got, this one's got like a palm tree or coconut tree motif that looks like it's been worn in a way. This is basically the same, but it's got an elephant motif, and the elephant is also like textured with a flower motif. Bright white, really simple, don't have any like color on them. They're just really striking. Two more stoneware kind of mugs, which are essentially the same shape and dimensions. We've got the same. This one has got like a warrior scene on it. It's almost like a miniature painting. You can see like two foot soldiers, two of these guys who are running with swords. There's like a mahot and a really decorated elephant. And inside here, there's this prancing or pouncing tiger. I love this, and I think the whole idea of putting a little bit of design inside the mug also is just gorgeous. This one is also monochrome, and if you ask me to pick like one of my top 3 mugs or something, this would be one of it. So I showed you guys that Circus breakfast set earlier, and it had a matching mug with it, but this would also kind of go with that. It's got these banana leaves all around it, and here there's a tiny little circus tent that is just so gorgeous. My final 2 stoneware mugs are these, sort of inspired by emojis. They've got little micro prints on them, tiny designs that, you know, from far you may not even be able to see clearly what's on it. But this is blue and black, and it's got a heart, spade, motorcycle, tiger, bird, bicycle, camera, car, pineapple. This is like kind of similar, except while that mug is mostly blue, this mug is mostly grey, and it's got little bits of yellow on it. Yeah, the design, like the prints, are identical pretty much. Both look lovely, so it depends on your color preference. I think I kind of like the grey one more. So you like the blue one?
Yeah.
Okay, then I keep the grey, you keep the blue. That concludes my little Nicobar homeware haul. Now I can finally put these things away. They were just lying in these boxes and bags for a very long time. And I'm going to also gift some of these mugs to the people that I had intended. I really like this brand. I feel like their homewares are the most value for money of all their offerings. They also have jewelry that I keep on eyeing, but I haven't bought anything yet. I love their aesthetic. Pricing of homewares is not too bad. I feel like it falls in the category of like affordable luxury. I hope you guys enjoyed this homeware haul. I don't do these often, but I really love homeware, and I used to obsessively pin home related stuff on Pinterest back when Pinterest was a thing. If you enjoyed this haul, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for like similar videos like this, and I'd love to know if you watched all of this, like the whole video, what items stood out the most to you, what was your favorite. Leave a comment below and let me know. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.